Good day.
2518.
You fine, I'll let you know.
No problem, 6 here from Charlie.
Southwest 53, traffic to the box, 3 miles northbound, 6,300. Requirement reference line 737.
Look at Southwest 533.
Yeah, 2380, climbing for 190.
Requirement maintain 6,000.
Traffic site 6000.
Flight level
Southwest
190, Southwest 1782.
NorCal first, that's the third
Turn
Bravo,
200, American 2892.
Number 3, Bravo, Roger, thank you.
Left heading 150, Southwest 1782.
Southwest 523, coming maintain 7,000.
7000. Southwest 550.
Yeah, 23, 34,
Delta
15. Good day.
1938, turn right heading 030.
Right turn 030, Delta 1938.
Unrestricted flight level 190, American 2892, thanks.
Number 6 uniform, Charlie, contact Oakland Center 133.7. Have a good day.
Maintain flight level 190.
7U2, 6 here from Charlie.
F53.
Delta 1938, traffic on factory.
Park South 2696 out of 1100 for
North Cal,
10,000 climbing on the Central 4.
United 685, North Cal departure, ready contact. Southwest 523, contact departure.
Restricted to 10,000 Southwest
515,
2696.
Southwest 553. Good day.
Skyhawk 3, Bravo Echo, contact Oakland Center 127.8. Good day.
127.8 today, 3 Bravo Echo.
Delta 1938, clear direct Tippery, contact departure 125.15. Good day.
Direct Tippery and 12515.
Left heading 120, enable direct KX, Southwest
United 23,
1782.
contact departure 125.15. Good day.
12797, Southwest 1782. Good day.
2363, good day.
150, American 2892.
230, guys.
Cal departure, big stripe 420, we're 800, climbing to 2,000, we're on the Candle 4. Good morning.
Morning Center, Southwest 1782 out of 14000 for flight level 190.
American 2892, NorCal approach, Roger, and proceed direct, Susie. Sorry, that was Southwest 1782, checking off?
Yes, sir, out of 15000 for flight level 190.
Alright, thanks.
100 South 2696.
Southwest 1782, you can go to Oakland Center 133.7, good day.
Will do, 337, Southwest 1782.
2892, good day. Cal American 2892, 10,600, climbing to flight level 190.
American 2892, NorCal approach, Roger, proceed direct, Susie.
Direct Susie, American 2892.
Departure United 2229, passing 800 on the Truckin' 2.
United 2229, NorCal departure, radar contact.
Left 150, 127.907, guys. 15.
200, big stripe 420.
Departure guys, 5215, leaving 7,700, climbing 190 on the turn 150.
Guys, 5215, NorCal approach, Roger, thanks, and leaving 10,000, maintain 280 knots or greater, please.
Leaving 10,280, graders, guys, 5215.
United 685, contact Oakland Center 125.85. Good day.
Guys, 5215, proceed direct, Casino.
United 685, good day.
To 16 Southwest 2696.
Roger, we're looking out, no contact, big stripe 420.
7, good day.
337, American 2892, good day. Site for big Stripe 420. Be standing by, Big Stripe 420.
.2797 Southwest 2696. Southwest 2696, 11-3 for flight level 190, 250 on the speed.
South 2696, NorCal approach, roger, maintain 270 knots.
270 South 2696.
South 2696, proceed direct to Katina.
2229, contact departure 125.15.
Katina, Southwest 2696.
12515 for United 2229, good day.
Skyhawk 77 Zulu, what's your destination after the base port?
160, flight level 190, Big Stripe 420.
Number 77 Zulu, roger, thank you. Just let me know when
Proceeding
you're
contact from 133.7, good day.
337, good day.
South 2696, let open center, know your speed restriction 133.7, good day.
337 South 2696.
Stripe 420, heading 160, climbing to maintain 190, and good morning.
Big Stripe 420, NorCal approach, roger, good morning. Do not exceed 270 knots.
Not to exceed 270 knots, Big Stripe 420.
United 277, NorCal departure, red contact, and confirm living 2000.
Flight level 190, last 1972.
2,700 now, United
Big Stripe 420, proceed direct KX.
Direct KX, Big Stripe 420.
Alaska 1972.
Departure low flight set 551, 1000 for 2000, runway heading.
Flight 521, NorCal departure, red contact, climb unrestricted and altitude, maintain 5,000.
Okay, unrestricted up to 5,000 now, flight set 551.
United 277, sum up heading 010, vector.
Departure United, South Piano, comes in 1.5 on the offshore 2.
Flight 521, turn right direct, Tipri.
Tank level 190, United.
Turn now directly to Tipperary, flight set 551.
United 277, cross air, 10 o'clock, 4 miles.
Okay, sir, Oakland 33, and I was 77, correct? And we'll let them know the speed.
Big Stripe 420, it's 33.7.
33.7, Big Stripe 420, good day.
Flight 521, traffic over Oakland, northbound, coming at 6,600, Boeing 737, you're coming reference Pacific turbulence, common main.
NorCal departure United 463 is 2,500, climbing via the Trunken 2.
United 463, NorCal departure, ready contact. Flight 521, climb and maintain.
Connected to PilotEdge.
Okay, up to 7,000 now, flight set 551.
Left turn 150, even
United
business one more time,
277,
last
turn left heading
1972.
340.
That's 340 heading, United
2797, Alaska 1972, thanks.
Southwest 3102, 1600, climbing via the coast
Flight
9.
521, come and maintain 90,000.
Okay, up to 9,000 now, flight set
Departure low,
551.
Alaska 1972, 6,600, climb 190.
Alaska 1972, NorCal approach, roger, proceed direct, Susie.
Directly Susie, last 1972.
Left 220, Southwest 3102.
Flight 521, come and maintain 11,000.
Up to 11,000 now, flight set 551.
315 kilo, 1,464.
And 1900, NorCal approach, roger, thanks.
Skyler 615 Kilo.
United 277, clear direct Chad head.
77.
Flexjet Eagle, maintain flight level 190, Southwest 3102.
Okay, flight level 190, thanks for that, Flexjet 551.
United 463, turn left heading 010, vector for sequence, maintain flight level 190.
Left heading 010 up to flight level 190, United 463.
2797, so on, Southwest 3102.
with you, climbing via the Trunken 2 through 2,900 feet.
United 2166, north out departure, better contact. Flexjet 521, contact departure 125.15 today.
Departure Southwest 3102, 6000, climbing flight level 190,
United
direct to Eagle.
277, contact
South 3102, north out approach, present.
2585, United 277, good day.
At 1900, what will be your speed and the climb at a 10 today?
320.
You. Alaska 1972, contact Oakland Center 133.7, good day.
All right. So last night I totally got gypped out of my flight. I was flying from Boston into the New York City for a night flight using this my favorite GA airplane, the King Air 350. And as usual, VATSIM pretty much PO'd me off, and it totally crashed the sim right at my top of descent. It was loading in the New York City scenery, and the XPilot program looks for whenever your FPS drops below 20 FPS. And when it does that, it's like throwing a wrench in a grinder, and it just like 50% of the time it will crash my sim. But if I'm usually that's why I fly the Flight Vector Airbus A320 on VATSIM, because when that happens, I can always reload the state at the exact place where the sim crashed in the air, but I can't do that with this plane. And it's a coding issue with their XPilot that does that. So I copied the log text file, so I'm going to make a report of it on the VATSIM forums. So hopefully they can do something about that. So I figured I'd take advantage of my new North California New Orbix True Earth and do a little flying from Lake Tahoe into San Francisco. Since I already had all the plugins loaded for this aircraft last night, figured I'd just continue on my way. All right. So we are at Lake Tahoe. Just awesome scenery here. That's the only anomaly. It's because I have to flatten the airport for this to work. But otherwise, it's really decent. Now, it's pretty cloudy, so we're going to do an IFR off the ground. We have to fly it. Usually I like to take off and grab the IFR in the air, but looks like it's a little overcast here, so I don't think that's going to happen. Let me see. Let's see if I can clear it up a little bit. Well, that cleared it up because I was looking at my weather injector and it showed clear skies, so I'm not sure what that was about. So looks like I can take off VFR because the injector said clear weather. So we're going to take off VFR and pick up the IFR in the air. I need to grab my fuel calculations. So let's come to SimBrief. I'll get fuel. I always add 100 gallons reserves. So I just grab the fuel that I need for the flight. 100 gallons I use just for idling on the ground and extra. So. All right, so 416 plus 141 plus 301 and plus 200. So I'm going to use this. That's the trip to San Francisco. That's continuous 15 minutes. That's an alternate. And that's taxi. So those are the figures that I use. So that comes out to 1058 divided by 6.5 is 162. So I'll just 162. Okay. So 162 times 0.5 is 81 gallons per wing plus the extra. And then we're going to come down here. San Diego is landing west as usual. Altimeter is 30.13 at Lake Tahoe. 090. It's going to be a nice crosswind takeoff. So let's file this IFR, which that's wrong. There we go, Richie, Squaw Valley. All right, all that's correct. File that. That's correct. Looks like there's a little bit of weather off the coast. And we might, yeah, it's going to be IFR for most of it. But looks like it's clear. 10-mile clear. So it looks like it starts getting cloudy out here. So taking off VFR should not be too bad. So we'll stick with that plan. All right, and then we're going to come up here and we'll add the fuel. And for area fuel costs, I'm going to use Sacramento. So we'll say, what do they charge for jet? 766. All right, so I'll figure out the real price. So we're going to bump this up to $383. Then we'll just double the price. We need 81 gallons per wing. I'll check the fuel for contaminants and water. So everything looks good there. Last night, I didn't see this, so I tried to start the engine and the prop was still connected. All right, so this is going to be a total of 162. So 457 times 2 is $914 if this was real world money for the fuel needed to get to San Fran. All right, walk around, GPU, set the parking brakes, assign the throttle quadrant, check the volts. We got external power 28, battery should be 22. So we're good there. Turn on the battery. Wait for it to do its check, and then we'll connect the Gentai. External power is blinking, so we'll connect that. Clear out the cautions. Should be 28 across the board, which it is. Do a bus sense test. Gentai lights are illuminated, so that's good. Reset. Still 28. Do inverters. And we'll do nav, tail. Turn that on. Cabin lights, seat belts, smoking. Check our fuel. We got fuel. We'll turn on the pumps. Check the emergency fuel cutoff valves, which will show there. Check the right one. Oops, there I mean. So that worked. %% oxygen. Check our alarms. Arm the O2, don the mask, give it a test. Battery butts in the up normal position, engine ice coming on for ground ops. And we are ready for engine start at this point. So we're going to do a full load. So all of our passengers are on board. We'll check out our E-light. Make sure all that works. Give the passenger briefing. Tell them to use their hand sanitizer. Turn that on. Close this door. Close that. Shut the door. Check the volts. Remove the steps. Don't want to blow them away. We'll turn on the beacon light. And we are ready to go. So we're going to start engine 1. (16) low idle. Check for hot starts and hung starts. Keep an eye on the ITT. We have rotation in the turbine. Oil pressure is in the green. Above 50, ITT is falling. We have a good start. We'll turn off the starter. Conditioner lever will go to full power. We're going to use engine 1 to start engine 2, but first we need to disconnect external power. We're going to remove the GPU from the plane, and we're going to reset Gen 1, clear out the cautions, shut that window. We're going to check our volts, no external power. Left gen's good, triple fed's good, so we are good to start engine 2 at this point. So we're going to come down here, we're going to hit the ignition, and we'll start engine 2. (16N2) will introduce fuel. Checking for hot starts, hung starts. Got rotation, ITT. Oil pressure is in the green. ITT's falling, we're above 50. Good start. Ignition off. Close that window. And we'll reset Gen 2, Gen 1. Clear that out. Bring down the conditioner lever to the other one. We need 28 across the board. We are good on volts. Flight plan is on file. Alright, we'll do another bus test here. So we got Gentai lights and a bus light, so that's what I'm looking for. We'll reset, clear out the cautions. We'll get the environment and bleeds set up. Come over here. And what's the temperature? It's 8 Celsius, so 46 Fahrenheit. So anything less than 10 Celsius, you want the bleed air in the up normal position, and then we're going to check each bleed individually. Each one needs to be 11 psi, so left one is good, right one is good, so we'll turn on both bleeds. Auto and auto. We got gyro suction, pneumatic pressures in the green. That's going to start to climb the cabin. If it was super cold, I would use the electric heater, but it will warm up nicely with just that. And we'll check both inverters. We got a bus light, so that was a good test. Reset. Check the left one. got a bus light. I'll reset. Inverters are good. We'll turn on EFIS and avionics can come on. Radios, GTN. We'll check out the autopilot, get that tested, make sure all the lights work when that stops. All the lights work. Activate heading mode, pitch, rudder boost, clear out the caution, and we will trim for takeoff. And we'll set the flaps for takeoff. Mango, what's up, buddy? How you doing this afternoon? I am. I tried flying this last night on VATSIM, and VATSIM killed my sim, crashed it right before my top of descent. So I didn't actually get to finish my flight last night in this plane. So I figured I'll try to fly it again today on PilotEdge, where I never run into problems. So that's why I'm flying this a second time if you happen to have been around last night. Alright, so we're good on volts. So we can turn on the furnace and coffee maker. We'll check all of our E-lights, they're all good. Slave the gyros. We'll get the weather for Lake Tahoe, which is, looks like 124.72. Oh, no, it's a different. Let me see. Did they change it? 124.72. Oh. That might help to flip it over. Yeah, great. We got wind shear at Lake Tahoe. That's going to be fun. All right. 3011. And we're going to monitor guard on COM 2. Dial in 121.5.
South Lake Tahoe weather. Wind shear alert.
And ATIS at Lake Tahoe. I mean, not ATIS. CTAF 12285. And Oakland. What is Oakland Center? 2795. So, flight plan. Let's see if we have any stored flight plans for this. So, TVL. I guess not. That's right. We'll make one. Show. Let's see. I want Squaw Valley, so SWR. And from Squaw Valley, we're going to grab an airway. So we're going to load the airway, which is T331. We're going to take that to Tipri. MNOP Tipri. So that's going to take us across the mountain range there. So we'll go ahead and load that. And then at Tipri, we're going to pick up the Wrist 1 into San Francisco. So we only need to add San Francisco, and then we'll start worrying about procedures. So let's go to procedures, departure. Actually, I don't need a departure. I need an arrival. The arrival will be the wrist 1 from Tipri, and we'll say all, and we're going to load, and then we'll worry about an approach in the air. 9,000, so we got our VNAV. All right, we are set. Set this for 16.5. Lake Tahoe's elevation 6268. We're within 75. Heading is west. We're west. Transponders 1200 for VFR. Autopilot, we've got heading. Altitude is armed. I do need to put in the Squaw Valley VOR. And that is, let me see if I can find it here. TVL 62. So Squaw Valley should be in this departure. It's Ritchie 6. I'm not having to do the Ritchie 6 because we're taking off VFR. This is only if I needed to take off IFR. I'm going to pick up my IFR in the air. So Squaw Valley VOR is 113.2. So get that dialed in. VOR is set. And I don't need a course heading for that. I just need a DME, which is right here. And that's just so I can let the overlying center know. And I'm going to be using the center frequency 127.95 to contact Oakland when we get in the air. So I'm not going to brief this departure because I'm not going to use it. There's no point when the weather is nice enough to take off VFR, but I do want to climb to float level 240, and that's Class A airspace, so I have no choice but to fly IFR at that point. So we're going to do an auto ignition test. So we're going to turn on auto ignition, make sure these prop pitch and ignition lights extinguish when I add power, which they did. Turn those off. Windshield heat on low. Do prop auto. That's anti-icing on prop, so it's in the green. That's fine. We'll turn that off. You see it goes back down to 0. It's only prop amps for heated prop. Heats the prop right there. That's all that does. And we need to do a surface de-ice test, and for that you put the conditioner levers to full forward because you need all the power. And then we're going to do a manual check for the wing, and then the tail will pop up. So there's wing, there's tail. So that was a good test. We can lower the conditioner levers again. And we'll do a ground idle test. So we'll press that, bring up RPMs 1500. Look for, you'll see I won't move the throttle. I'm just going to let go of the button, and this should go to idle on its own, or at least fall toward idle, which it's doing. So we'll move the throttles, and good test. Now we're going to do an auto feather test. Same thing, press and hold, bring up to RPM 1500, except this time we're looking for AFX lights. There's the lights. That's the auto feather identifier, and then we're going to feather the left prop. Good feather on the left, we'll get the engine stable and then we'll feather the right. Feather the right. Alright, good test. We'll go ahead and arm the auto feather. Cabin altitude, we need to do a check. So 500 beneath what we're currently at, so would be the 58. So we'll set this for 5,800 feet. And then the test should give us about a 600 to 700 foot per minute descend on this test. Okay, that means the cabin is pressurized. And we're going to file 240, so I'm going to leave it right there at 250, and cabin will climb and descend at about 500 feet per minute. So we will reset the cabin altitude for San Francisco once we're in the air. All right. Let's check our fuel status. Running off auxiliary. That's our main fuel is on primary. We're going to do an EFIS test. So you press and hold the EFIS test button for about 10 seconds. And check the displays. We'll go through a test. Turn on the taxi light, RECO light, PITO, and stall warning.
South Lake Tahoe weather. Wind shear alert.
Altimeter still 3011. That's fine. Let's change the nav data, which this is time to go. I'm going to change that to wind, the little wind arrow. That's just my preference. Then we'll reverse and then beta mode on the props. I'm going to go ahead and squawk altitude for VFR, which is 1200. And no idiot lights except for the ones that are supposed to be there. So we are ready to roll. And we are on I believe TTAF 122.85. Yep, 122.85. Lake Tahoe traffic, King Air 139, taxiing to runway 36 from GA, Lake Tahoe. All right, brakes off. We're gonna do basically a U-turn to clear these. So I'm only going to use the right engine to help me make a left turn. That's why I don't do the prop sync until I'm ready to take off. Makes it easier to make hard turns using just one engine as the thrust. All right. Nice Cessna, I think it's a 208 right there. Controls are working. Even in the sim, you should do that because, you know, you might not have it set to the right airplane, and it's just good practice. You know, in the real world, you're going to be checking control surfaces. So I know in the sim it's kind of silly, but there's been times where I've had like a different airplane set. Or if you do, like, if you clear out your preference folder, it loses everything, so you have to redo everything. So you should get in the habit of checking controls even in the sim. It's hard to steer from the outside. All right, we are trimmed for takeoff. Trim is working. Flaps are set. Temps are in the green. No warnings. Do one more check. Everything stays off. Turn on auto ignition for takeoff. And we'll turn off the engine anti-ice for takeoff. And I'll do landing lights and strobes on. There's the wind. Is there a flag? There's no flag. All right, so the wind in the injector is, there's wind shear 090 at basically 10, 090. It's coming out of the east, so it's going to be a right crosswind departure. So we're going to want to do right aileron into the wind and left rudder as we're taking off to compensate. So we're going to do prop sync on, and we're going to let the CTAF know what we're doing. Lake Tahoe traffic, King Air 139 taking off runway 36 for a straight out departure, Lake Tahoe traffic. All right, clear right. Beta off. Condition levers full. Oh, there's the windsock. It's down there. All right, so
auto feather lights on. Airspeed alive. 60 knots. V1. Rotate. V2. Gear positive rate.
all right, gear coming up. Flaps out.
Attitudes check. Gear indicates up.
Definitely a little
Flaps
breezy.
up.
All right, see if we can climb above these mountains. So we're gonna go to climb. And if we can't, I'll make a right turn, but I'm pretty sure we'll be able to clear that. Benefit of taking off VFR is that you can bypass the IFR departure process. Gear is up, flaps are up. Turn to the right just to make sure we can clear these mountains. All right, we're good. And we're going to reduce the prop out of the red for the climb. Turn off the auto ignition. Don't need auto feather. I'm going to go over to Oakland Center. And we'll monitor Oakland Center for a few. And we are 13 miles right here from Squaw Valley. So we're going to use that DME as our location for when we get our IFR clearance in the air. We can turn off our landing lights, taxi lights, Rico lights. We can add in some torque as we climb here. Yaw damper is on and verified. There's no icing. Cabin Pressure is climbing. Alright, so we are there. So we're basically direct south of Squaw Valley. So once I get to 16,000, we'll get our IFR. All right. Afternoon, Oakland Center, King Air 1399 VFR. About 15 miles south of the Squaw Valley VOR at 16,500. I'd like to pick up my IFR to San Francisco.
Number 389er Hotel, descend to maintain 10,000.
How is it the entire time I don't hear anything and I happen to step on someone?
November 139er Niner, Oakland Center, maintain VFR squawk 7321.
Maintain VFR squawk 7321 1399. 7321. Turn the seat belts off. And we're gonna
139er Niners, cleared to San Francisco Airport. That should our radar contact 18 south of the Squaw Valley VOR. Turn left, heading 180. This will be radar vectors Modesto VOR. Seeds, Charlie, Echo Delta, Echo Sierra, and then direct. Climb and maintain flight level 200, and that will be your final cruise altitude.
Roger. Heading 180. Clear to direct Modesto VOR. Direct Seeds. Direct. Climb maintain flight level 200. That'd be my top altitude for 1399.
Number 1399 read back is correct. Climb and maintain flight level 200.
Climb maintain flight level 200 1399. Alright, Modesto VOR is MOD.
Sierra X-ray Golf India Oscar, you're with Tower. If you want a taxi, you'll contact the ground controller. Contact ground with your request, please.
I'm going to go ahead and bring this down. And then Modesto will go to Seeds, which C-E-D-E-S.
Number 13999, square direct to Modesto VOR, contact NorCal approach 127.4.
Clear direct Modesto VOR and NorCal 127.4, 139. All right, let's do Modesto.
Sierra X-ray Golf Indy Oscar, North Bend ground, what's your aircraft type?
Nav 127.4.
Sierra X-ray Golf Indy Oscar, North Bend ground, thank you. Runway 13, taxi via Alpha, Charlie. Number 89er Hotel, turn right heading 240.
NorCal approach, King Air 1399, flight level 200.
Number 13999, you're still with Oakland Center, contact NorCal approach 127.4.
Oh, sorry about that. Right. NorCal approach, King Air 1399, flight level 200.
King Air 13999, NorCal approach, roger.
Alright, so C-E-D-E-S, Seeds, San Francisco, and I'll worry about the approach in a few. Mango, wow, those textures look good. Yeah, this is my latest purchase from Orbix, which is the True Earth North California. So yeah, this is just awesome.
Go ahead with Missoula ground. Charlie Golf Oscar Tango Alpha Missoula grounds, clear to Glacier Park Airport, Missoula 5 departure, Kalispell, transition direct, climb via the SID, squawk 5437.
Give our passengers some stuff here. And then
Charlie Golf Oscar Tango Alpha, read back is correct.
it's like ATIS is I think it's 18, yeah, 1885. We're probably too far away, but we'll see if we can hear it.
X-ray Golf Indy Oscar, south departure approved with North Bend Tower, runway 13, cleared for takeoff, wind call.
350 at 5, visibility 10, ceiling 18,000 broken, temperature 16, dew point 8, altimeter 3002, arriving runways 28 right, 28 left, departing runways 1 right, 1 left, visual approaches in use. DMR departures, contact, clearance, delivery, advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read backhaul runway assignments
Charlie
and hold short
Tango
instructions.
Alpha
Advise on initial contact. You have information, Kilo.
Alpha 3 Alpha.
All right, current with Kilo. I got the altimeter and I got the winds. The winds are pretty much non-existent, so nice calm wind. Other than takeoff at Lake Tahoe, where it was wind shear. So the pressure is 30, so plus 400 on the descent. So the San Francisco airport is 13. I already forgot what that said. So 413 is what we need to set the cabin pressure upon descending. You gotta wait till you descend. And then I'm going to do the, let's get rid of those.
Number 89er Hotel, 6 miles from Gufty, turn right heading 350, descend and maintain 9,500 till established, final approach course, clear the RNAV Yankee, runway 3 right approach.
Can you repeat for 89er Hotel?
Quiet bridge visual or an ILS.
Right heading
So
350, descend and maintain 9,500.
28 right.
Final approach course for 89er Hotel.
89er Hotel is cleared, RNAV Yankee, runway 3 right approach.
Or the, I want to do the quiet bridge. I think that would be more fun. So we're going to do the quiet bridge approach.
Number 139er, contact NorCal approach 120.905.
NorCal approach 120.905, 1399.
And number 389er Hotel, looks like you're through final approach course now. It might have happened with having to repeat the instruction. Cancel approach clearance. And maybe turn left heading 320 and climb and maintain 10,000. Any chance you can pick the approach from the whole lab?
2095. I'll wait for him to answer.
Yeah, we can go direct hole up and intercept.
We are coming from the east.
89er Hotel, cancel approach clearance. Let's have you turn left heading 260, so be vector.
So we're gonna,
maintain 10,000.
I need to use this San Francisco VOR
Left 260, climb maintain 10,000.
with a course heading at 255. NorCal approach, King Air 1399, flight level 200.
King Air 1399er NorCal approach, San Francisco altimeter 3002, cross seeds at and maintain 10,000.
Cross seeds at and maintain 10,000, 3002, 1399. Alright, let me do
November 89er Hotel, turn left heading 210.
we got 5 minutes.
89er Hotel.
King Air 139er. Information Kilo is current. After seeds, proceed direct Archie. That's Alpha, Romeo, Charlie, Hotel, India. And expect the ILS runway 28 right approach from Archie.
Roger, after seeds, clear direct to Archie to pick up the ILS 28 right approach for 1399. Alright, I guess it's really overcast. I still want to see what that looks like. So let's see if it's even in there.
At 10,000 and cleared the RNAV Yankee runway 3 right approach.
Left to 120.
It does got
Direct
visuals,
hole left and cleared for the RNAV Yankee
but it doesn't
3
say
right
the
approach
type of visual. That's all right.
for 89er Hotel.
Let me see. 28 right. Is that the only visual? That's RNAV. Is there a localizer 28 right? I don't think so. Let's see what this visual looks like.
And 89er Hotel has Oscar now at Prescott.
We're 89er Hotel, perfect, thanks. Missoula, correction, November, correction, let's try it again. Charlie Golf, Oscar.
It doesn't actually have.
You say you're at Alpha 5, do you not have Alpha 6?
Alright, so we'll just punch in the ILS.
Well, the thing is that you're supposed to, if you're given a full route taxi instruction, you have to go full
28 right.
Alpha 5 is an intersection of
From Archie.
For now, I'm not going to make you turn around and go back and taxi.
Load that.
But just understand that when you're given a taxi instruction, you have to go that way. And if you want something different, just request it. Charlie Golf Alpha.
Got 2 minutes left.
Oscar Tango Alpha, runway 12 at Alpha 5. Cleared for takeoff, wind calm.
So we'll grab the ILS 28 right. So that would be 1117, 284. So we can go to heading VOR, course is 284. Set this up for the ILS. I think I went the wrong way. 284. And then we'll spin that back to and then nav. And we got a minute and we'll descend. We'll let passengers know we'll be descending.
Vertical track.
And approach 89er Hotel is Gulf-T inbound.
Roger.
And we'll do 10,000. Take out that and we'll start our descent. NorCal approach, King Air 1399 leaving 200.
Runway 12 Missoula.
Gosh, I'm just stepping on everybody today.
Charlie Golf Oscar Tango Alpha, Spokane departure, radar contact. What we need when you check in with a departure controller, your present altitude with your climbing instruction.
Roger. And runway through 5.6 or 14.
You should be climbing via the SID, confirm that.
Copy.
Number 389er Hotel, contact Prescott Tower, 125.3.
25.3, 89er Hotel.
NorCal approach 1399, I left 200.
Number 389er, Hotel Prescott Tower, wind 200 at 9er, runway 3 right, clear to land. November 139er, roger.
413. Cabin's descending. What does that ILS have for an approach? 1345. I'll get that ready just in case they use it. Snack time is over. No more food for you. Some bad weather out there. Seatbelts are on. Dude's just chilling. NorCal approach, King Air 1399, current with kilo.
Number 1399, roger. Number 89er Hotel, where would you like to park? November 89er Hotel, right turn Delta 4, Delta, into the ramp.
We'll have to activate the approach after seeds.
Charlie Golf Oscar Tango Alpha, turn left heading 360, when able, proceed direct to Missoula VOR to join the Missoula 5 departure.
I think I got a heading for Oscar Tango Alpha.
Charlie Golf Oscar Tango Alpha, turn left heading 360, when able, proceed direct to Missoula VOR and then be joined the Kalispell transition.
Rider 18, heading 360, Missoula VOR, Golf Oscar Tango Alpha.
11-8 on the runway. That's plenty of there for that. So I'm just gonna set the tabs. That's fine. It's like
November 139er, contact NorCal approach 135.65.
NorCal approach 135.65, 1399. NorCal approach, King Air 1399, 10,000, current kilo.
November 139er, NorCal approach after seeds. Descend across Archie at 7,000 at Archie cleared ILS, runway 28 right approach.
After seeds, descend to cross Archie at 7,000 at Archie cleared ILS 28 right approach 1399. I'll do landing lights, taxi lights, Rico lights, auto ignition, auto feather.
Number 207 under 1,000.
20.5 for tower. So Seepin, I want to be at 3,000 at Seepin. So
Vertical track.
I will add in some takeoff flaps there. So Zild is 10,000. So we're going to go down to 3,000 for Seepin. Do descent. It's 6,000 at Zild. So we'll just slowly walk this down to 3,000 to abide by the altitude restrictions on the RNAV approach into the ILS. So we still need to switch from FMC to the other one, but we'll wait till we're on the approach first. And then 5. So we're going to go to heading mode, change that, and we're going to arm nav. And then we'll continue down to 3,000 or 4,000. For Dumba. So I'm just following these altitudes. The next one will be seeds. So we'll continue down to 3,000. Go ahead and arm the approach. Missed approach, climb to 3,000. Props full. Climb to 3,000 on San Francisco radial 281, which is to 12 DME. All right.
King Air 139er, contact San Francisco Tower 120.5.
San Francisco Tower 120.5, 1399. All right, gear down, flaps full, 120.5. San Francisco Tower, King Air 1399, establishing a localizer 28 right.
November 1399er, San Francisco Tower, 1350 at 5, runway 28 right, clear to land.
28 right, clear to land, 1399er. Alright, so we're gonna reset the heading bug for runway heading, which is, if we go missed, we'll just reset for 283 and I'll dial in the VOR if I need to, but, or 281. Actually, I'll just set it now for heading 281 if we do need to go miss, but I don't think I'm going to need to. Mango, so nice to see the Bay Area. I stayed there 3 months. Where, like, what side of the bay? Oakland side or San Francisco side? This is on my bucket list to go to these places that I have flown to, but do it in real life at some point.
Feet to minimums. Feet to minimums.
It's a smidgen of a crosswind, not bad.
100 feet to minimums. Minimums.
Autopilot off.
Feet. 50 feet. Props full.
King Air 1399er, right turn at Delta. Taxi ramp Charlie, this frequency. Have a great day.
Right turn at Delta, Charlie to the ramp with you, 1399. Thanks, you too.
Knots.
Charlie Golf, Oscar, Tango Alpha, contact Salt Lake City Center 133.4.
That's why I turned off Traffic Global, because they're taking off opposite the way I was landing. Traffic Global makes no sense.
Charlie Golf, Oscar, Tango Alpha, Salt Lake Center, Glacier, altimeter 3011. Let me know when you have the ATIS.
I'll do landing, strobes off.
Charlie Golf, Oscar, Tango Alpha, say request. Charlie Golf, Oscar, Tango Alpha, Roger, I have your request. And Charlie Golf, Oscar, Tango Alpha is cleared direct Scott. Cross Scott at or above 12000 and cleared the ILS runway 2 approach.
Let me see what you said there. I stayed at the Fremont. Oh, I've heard of that. That must be like a, is that, just must be a very popular hotel or something, because I've heard that. Maybe I've seen it on, or heard it on movies or something. But had to go to Palo Alto. Let me end this. So I get credit for the flight. Okay. Palo Alto has a golf course. I've landed there before. I land there in either my TBM or my Epic usually. Palo Alto has like a little golf course on the airport. It took a while, but was still nice. Nice. I bet that was an enjoyable trip. I mean, what is there to see there? I mean, other than, you know, the fresh air in the mountains and just visiting, you know, places, like, is there anything in San Francisco area other than, I guess they do like Alcatraz visits or something? Looks like they changed the operations to more realistic ops now. Sometimes Traffic Global takes a few minutes to figure out what it wants to do. That's why I turn it off when I'm landing and taking off, because it's an immersion killer sometimes. All right. Taxi, Rico, seatbelts, furnace, coffee maker. No, they're still landing going the opposite way. I just heard that guy land. Yeah, they're still landing the weird way. They don't ever land going that way. The winds are like right at that angle to where Traffic Global doesn't know what to do with it. All right, off, 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 off. Stall, pitot, window, avionics, EPIS, fuel cutoff.
Disconnected.
Disconnect. And actually, let me turn the battery back on. Let me turn that off for a moment.
Minimums.
So used to flying the airliners, when you go from airliner to this thing, it's like I was flying level way too high. I still set it down nice, but it's a little bit more of a flare than I had anticipated. I've never been in the U.S. before, so many things were a bit different. Often we were just walking around. We went to the redwoods near San Francisco and also on a few hikes. The redwoods are those like super tall trees, right? They're like just ridiculously tall and wide. They're like the size of a building. The trunks are just super wide. I think that's what you mean.
Feet. 50 feet. Props full.
So my stream later this evening, I know a lot of you guys are not really into it, but I'm doing it so I have a digital log more than anything else. I'm going to stream just so I have my own recording of this flight. So I have this campaign through DCS. It's a P-51 World War II Mustang campaign. And I want to be able to record these flights that I do to show my progression and stuff like that. It'd be really fun, I think. And my parents, more than anything, really want to watch it. So if anyone's interested, I'm going to be flying the P-51 in a couple hours. I'm going to take a little break, and I'm going to be flying a P-51 on the first mission on this campaign across from England into Germany, and I think we're just doing like just a regular patrol, and I'll show the briefing and everything prior to taking off, so everybody knows what the briefing is. But that's what I'm going to be doing this evening, doing a little DCS action. Be done in VR too. All right. It was the Merwoods National Monument. Oh, never even heard of that. I'm gonna have to look that up. Awesome. Well, I'm gonna go take a break. That was a very enjoyable flight. Everything went to plan, except, you know, the IFR that I filed, he swapped on me, but that's okay. Actually worked out to my benefit, so. So yeah, I'm gonna do a little VR, a little old school World War II campaign mission this evening, and if you're around, say hi. If not, I'll be back to my normal civilian streaming tomorrow. Let me make sure I don't have any appointments tomorrow that would prevent that. Nope, no appointments up. If I don't see you this evening, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. You too, Mango. You have a good day, my friend. See you next time.
See you later, last time 17.
On 190, Scout 315 kilo. Heading 180, Scout 315 kilo. Uh, 2797, Scout 315 kilo. Departure Scout 315 kilo, 6,400 for 190, heading 180.
Scout 315 kilo, NorCal approach, proceed direct KX.
Nurse KX, Scout 315 kilo.
Good morning, NorCal departure, Scout 5819. It's 1,400 climbing flight level 190 via the stick. Unrestricted 19, Scout 5819. Left turn to 300, Scout 5819.
Center 1900, contact Oakland Center 134.55. Good day. 2455, we'll see you.
0.
Departure at 694, it's with you, pass at 2,000 for 3,000 on the gunner 2. Call maintain 5,000, looking for traffic, United 694. Still waiting on center here.
Okay, no worries. Southwest 312, leveling your flight level 190.
Yeah. Scout 315 kilo, contact Oakland Center 133.7, good day.
337, Scout 315 kilo.
3102, contact Oakland Center 134.55, good day.
3455, so long, Southwest 3102.
Unrestricted 190, scan 3458.
So 190 for 9684, 694.
2797, Sky 5819, have a great day. Departure Sky 5819, 8,500, climbing flight level 190, on a heading 180.
Okay, 5819, NorCal approach, Roger, thanks, and fly heading 150.
Heading 150, Sky 5819.
Oakland 3415 up to 190, 9694. Gas 5819, there's traffic off your left 3 miles southeastbound, descending at a 12,000, Boeing 737.
Looking Sky 5819.
80 and 12797, scan 3458. NorCal, scan 3458, 4,600, climbing 190.
Gas 3458, NorCal approach, Roger, thanks. Gas 3458, fighting 160.
North 160, scan 3458.